Hi, Dick Chatterton here from Chat's Tractors on this beautiful sunny April day here in 2011, and I'm standing here by this beautiful Farmall Super M, and recently we've had several people that would like to see a video of this tractor, and many of these folks live hundreds or thousands of miles away and they can't get here to look at it, but they've seen it on the site and they've requested that we take and make a video of it. And so I want to just show you some features of this tractor and tell you a little bit about it as we go. So I'll come over by the camera where you can hear me a little better. The sound will be a little better. Then we'll start it up and run it here in just a little bit. This tractor has been totally restored from one end to the other. We've spent hours and hours on the tractor and restoring it, and hundreds of hours actually, and thousands of dollars worth of parts have been put into it to totally restore this tractor and to make it look and run like it did way back in the early 50s, almost 60 years ago when this tractor came out. And it is one of the most the nicest, most beautiful restorations we ever offered for sale on our site. And the Super M is a very popular tractor made by Farmall. This tractor actually came from a real good home over here in western Illinois, and the original owner had over the years taken extra good care of it, keeping it shedded and properly serviced at all time and doing all the maintenance on it. The serial number on this tractor is 12880, and that tells us that it was made in early 1953, but you'll notice it has the standard features of the 52 model, and the Super M was actually made in 3 different stages. The 52 model, stage 1, had the battery located under the seat, and under the fuel tank. The 53 model, the stage 2, had the battery located under the seat. And then the 54 model, the most popular of all the Super M's, had the torque amplifier, the Super MTA, and also it as well had a live power takeoff. But all the Super M's, 52, 3s, and 4s, all used the 264 cubic inch international engine. Now this tractor here is equipped with several different options that you won't find on most Super M's, and I'm going to point these things out here as I'll remove the camera and then I'll point these things out. You'll notice first of all it has front wheel weights, and they're kind of rare because a lot of the farmers back then didn't want to pay for anything they didn't think they'd ever need, and so this tractor is equipped with the front wheel weights as well as 2 sets of weights on the rear wheels. And then you'll notice that it also has front wheel mud scrapers, and there again that was an option. A lot of the tractors didn't have that. The guys didn't want to pay the extra $5 or $10 or whatever they were, but those things really came in handy when you're out in the feedlot in muddy conditions, and they would help out a lot. And then you'll notice the tractor also has fenders. And there again, that was something that was optional. A lot of the guys didn't want to pay the extra money to buy fenders. I'm not sure how much they were back then, maybe $20, $25. And most of the tractors around here, the guys never did order them. And then you'll notice also the toolbox mounted on the it's called the light bar toolbox, and it flips up so you can put tools in it. And as well, this tractor also has a frame-mounted toolbox, and back then the farmers didn't carry a lot of tools, crescent wrench, hammer, a pair of pliers, and a screwdriver usually, but those toolboxes got filled over the years with bolts and fence insulators and such things as that, and kind of neat to have both these toolboxes on here. And then another thing was the jar-type air cleaner. They made 2 different ones. The standard one was just an air cap that went on the pipe there, but the optional one, the ones that most tractors were ordered with, had this jar type air cleaner on it. And then we'll notice here on the other side that the tractor is equipped with a belt pulley, And there again, most of the farmers back then had a hammer mill that was belt driven, so they had to have a belt pulley for that. And occasionally you'll find a tractor where it doesn't have the belt pulley, but they ran buzz saws and different pieces of equipment with those belt pulleys back then. And then as we move along here, I'll move around to the rear of the tractor. This tractor is equipped with a hose cover, which you'll see these laying around. Sometimes they take them off for one reason or another, but this has a hose shield over the back here, and for the hydraulic hose. Not many of them ever had that. And also this tractor has a couple of features that this is the first I've ever noticed, ever seen in my life. I'm not sure who made them, but some of these are kind of hard to reach down and get the starter engaged. And so this tractor has a push button deal right here. It simply pushes the starter to engage it, as well as a control here to pull the choke on and off with. Rather than have to reach way down there and push that, you just pull back or push ahead on a lever to engage or disengage the choke. And so that's a couple of nice features. And you'll notice it also has a steering wheel spinner. This tractor is equipped now with power steering, which wasn't available back then, but it does have the Charlene underhood power steering, and so it's real nice to have a steering wheel spinner on there when you're out in the field or just driving it around. And also it's equipped with lights, and most of you'd think that all tractors had lights back then, but they were an option. And of course, when they went from the horses to the tractors, why, everybody needed lights because they were going to work at night with these tractors too. So that wasn't standard equipment, but this tractor does have the lights installed on it. I'm going to start the tractor and drive it out here more in the light, and just get some close-up shots of it to show you how really neat this tractor is when it was all done here. So hang on as I crank it up and drive it out in the sunlight. I'm not sure how the sunlight's affecting the viewing here, but at least you'll get a good idea of what this tractor looks like. The sheet metal on it is just nearly perfect, and there's not a flaw on the tractor at all. We've had over the years several tractors that we've put a lot of effort into, such as this one, but this one turned out probably as nice as any we've ever done. And I won't begin to name all the list of parts we put into this tractor, but you'll see on our website we list a lot of those things that were done to it. The rear tires are Firestones, and a very popular tire, Field and Road tractor tire. They're not brand new, but they've probably got 90% or better of the tread left on them. And there again, I may be getting a little too much sunlight on here. It's really a bright day today, and we're thankful we finally got some warm weather. It's been a long, cold, hard winter, lots of snow and cold weather. But this is what we waited all winter for, a day just like this. The serial number tag is the original one. We did not replace it. Sometimes we'll put a new tag on if they're hard to read, or sometimes you can't read them at all, but this one here is the original serial number tag that's on this tractor, and so we just left it. It was clear and you can see the number real well on it. So there you have it, a 1952/53 Farmall Super M.